All right, guys. We have 1 minute and 20 seconds left for our intro. So make sure you go ahead and get your intro on the screen. And we will be getting started soon. Do me a favor, y'all, and share this video. Darlings, we're going to be talking about getting that money, getting that mindset. You do not want to miss this. So pull up on us, share this video, tag some people, get them on, and let's get this party started. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Come on. What you know about? Hey, I'm pushing all that money up. Hey. What up, everybody? How you doing? Hello. Okay, look, this is the Profits Conference, and we are straight LIT lit. Y'all, we've been talking about so much. By the way, do me a favor. I want to know, not just from me, but from all the different speakers that you guys have seen thus far. I know some of you guys have been plugged in since day one, whether you are watching us live or you've watched the replay. I want to know what is one takeaway that you have received thus far for being plugged into the Virtual Profits Conference. Y'all, I can tell you, I've been going back and looking at the different videos because you know we're broadcasting like everywhere, like right now, like literally right now. We're on, I don't know how many different Facebook groups are being broadcast on, but I know that we're being broadcasted in the Urban CEO Network group, on the Urban CEO page, on my page, on my personal page. We are also broadcasting in the Virtual Profits Conference group. We're broadcasting in YouTube. We're broadcasting on Twitter. We're like all over the place, okay? So we have been having thousands of people that are actually watching these videos on just the first day. Like, I haven't gone back to look at where we're at from day one, but what I can tell you guys is it's absolutely lit. So I want everybody to share with us real quick, what are some takeaways that you guys have been receiving? I also wanted to do something else because I know that you guys have, been asking for different tips and things like that. So I want to do that. So hold on, let me see. Okay, y'all say the beat is fire. I know that's right. Hello. Okay, let me see some of the takeaways that you got. Let's see. Hold on one sec. Some takeaways. Felicia says creating multiple passive income with courses. Yes, that's a good one. You said your takeaway is my page and in my group. That's where you're broadcasting. Thank you so much. Dorisa says coins and contacts. Yes, ma'am. We should always be collecting what? When we open our mouths, we should be collecting coins and contacts. How you doing? Okay. How to create passive streams of income. Yes, that's what Zainab Carter says. One takeaway is to focus on your gift, not your talent. Yes, God will make room for your gift. The gift. Yes, that was so good. Wasn't that good, y'all? That was real good. Also, many ways to make money. And guys, this is not it. You guys are going to hear from so much. And hello, I see some people on my watch party. I can't put y'all on the screen, but let me shout out some of the people watching on my watch party. We have Tiffany coming in from Detroit. Hey, Tiffany. We have Fabrici from Paris. Yes, honey. We are all the way over the seas in Paris, honey. I went to Paris too. I went to Paris a couple years ago for my birthday. We had a good old time. I had some really good food over there. We went to this African restaurant. Then we went and turned up. The funniest thing, in Paris, they have trap music there, but it's not in English. It's it's in French. It was the weirdest thing because I was like, dang, that sounds familiar. And I didn't understand what he was saying. Anyways, that's besides the point. Hello, Dr. Connie. How you doing? Hello, hello, hello. And so I know that you guys have so many takeaways. Thank you so much for plugging in. So a couple of things I want to show you. I want to show you two things. Number one, guys, do not forget, make sure that you go visit us on Urban CEO Network. Join our academy today. Our speakers that you guys are seeing, some of them are actually going to be blessing you guys also with an additional 30-minute training in our Hour of Power that's going to take place once this conference is done. However, if you want to join the academy, all you have to do is go to Urban CEO Network, and you can see right here where you can join the academy. Also, another great thing is that when you join the academy, you get to be listed in our Urban CEO database for free. We don't charge you a dime to get your name out there in front of people so that you can actually be presented in front of a lot of folks right here. So look at this, coaching people to become boss entrepreneurs that they desire to be. So here's one of our other entrepreneurs right here. She just put her stuff, or he just put their stuff up here. This is Coco Kawano Stanley in Minneapolis, Minnesota, y'all. She helps you to learn how to start your own cleaning business, but she also still has a cleaning business. So these are her contact details. All you got to do is go here to the website, y'all, and you can get her information and plug in. Also, another thing that I want to share with you guys before we bring up our guest speaker, I want to give you guys different tools and things like that I actually use. Oh, and let me just say, before I show you the tool, let me shout out to Chanel. Chanel is one of the Academy members who actually won yesterday. We did a double duty giveaway yesterday. And so we gave away 3 gifts to 3 different Academy members who are watching us live, but Chanel was the only one who actually claimed her free prize. And so she's going to be walking away with this brand new Urban CEO oak tree necklace. Also, she's going to get a copy of my book. She's going to get a copy of Marquel Russell's book. She's going to get some body butter. She's going to get some hair oil. And so we do different random things for our Academy members, and we may do another Academy giveaway probably, I'm thinking, tomorrow for the first half presentation, okay? So make sure, guys, that you stay locked in and locked out for that opportunity to win. Another thing is I want to show you different tools that I use, okay? So one of the tools, guys, that, people have been asking because, a lot of you guys plugged into the training that we did just yesterday. We had to do a last-minute training on public speaking, right? And I know you guys are all like, okay, well, what are some of the tools that I can use to build up my database? And one of the tools that I recommend for those of you who want to do text message marketing, outside of utilizing, of course, the CRM tools, but there is one special text message marketing tool that I love to use because it allows me to do a whole lot of characters, like over 1,600 characters. And the name of this tool is called Easy Texting, easytexting.com. So if you go to easytexting.com, you can check out some of the features. For those of you who are speaking at events, like if you're at a live event and you want to be able to offer a text messaging feature where you say, hey, everybody, text this code to this number right now, and then they're added to your database, and you can send them a long message, you can send them a video, all types of stuff. Great way to engage with your audience. One thing that I do know is that text messages have a higher chance of being open. In fact, it's a 99% open ratio. So definitely, if you want to try a cool texting feature, Easy Texting, and you can sign up and actually utilize them for a couple of text messages for free. So that's a software that I wanted to recommend to you guys. But you know what? This ain't about me. This is about our speaker that I'm going to bring up. Now, if you guys have been plugging into our TV show, As Real As It Gets TV, she was actually one of our guests not too long ago. Come to find out, she went to this school called North Carolina A&T, child. I don't even know. Because, I went to Hampton University, one of the best HBCUs in the land, okay? And she, unfortunately, went to, no, I'm just joking. Shout out to all of my HBCUs in the house. I love all of our historically Black colleges and universities. But she went to that school. But now, guys, she is doing so many great things. And I'm excited because she's going to be sharing to us how to be able to get our mindset right so we can get our money right. So I got to play this song right here.
Here comes the money.
Hey y'all, I want y'all to give it up to none other than the incredible, the impeccable Miss Theresa Means. Let's give it up for her. Hello. Hold on, I got to give you a round of applause. There she is. There she is. Well, hello, darling. How are you doing? Take it away.
Am awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that phenomenal introduction. And yes, I did go to the illustrious A&T. I know you said you went to one of the best, but I went to the best, and thank you for that. But I just wanted to go ahead and get this thing started, okay? Um, so I want to start by just giving you guys a little bit of information about me. I'm just excited to jump into this conversation with y'all. So I want y'all to make sure that you are actually on your phone, because I know you got it somewhere near you, sharing this event right now, so that you don't have to be the only one getting this money, the only one changing your mindset, but you can make money with your friends too, okay? So just a little bit about me. I went to A&T, but I also am a business advisor, a speaker, and an author. I help business owners to balance their businesses, their personal lives, their relationships to reach their business goals. I need them to become successful and build better, worthwhile relationships. Okay. So that's just a quick introduction, real quick about me, but you're going to actually learn more about me as we have this conversation. But I wanted to focus a little bit more on you, because as much as we are here to get information, this is all about you. So I wanted to take that moment to focus on you, right? So let's get this thing. Why are you here? A lot of you guys are here for one of four reasons, right? Main reasons, right? You're either here because you know you should be in a better position in your life, but you're struggling to get to that place. Reason number two, you have strong determination, but your motivation and your discipline is just seriously lacking. Number three, you are finding yourself self-sabotaging your opportunities. And sometimes you don't even realize it until it's way too late. And I know I've been in that position right there, so I know I'm not the only one. Or number four, you are ready to take action and finally be profitable in life, business, health, and all aspects starting right now. Now, I want you guys to talk to me. Tell me, out of those four reasons, which one of those means something to you? Which one of those reasons are the closest reason to why you're here today? And I'm going to look down at my phone to see what y'all are saying. Are the reasons you guys are here today, because I know we got a couple of different numbers. So just put the number in the comments, 1, 2, 3, or 4. I mean, I know a little while ago it was all four, and all these speakers in this virtual conference, I've been there for all these different reasons at some point in time. But today, why are you guys here today? All right, I see some number twos in the comments, number fours. All right, yes, okay, Felicia, number 4. Stevie, yes. Aggie, number 4, yes. All right, number 2's 4. So I see a lot of people are mostly 2's and 4's. And especially during this time right now, everybody is struggling to just stay motivated. I understand being determined, but that motivation and discipline can be lacking right now. But some of you guys seem like you're ready to take action, right? So if you are truly ready to take action today, I need you to not be selfish again and make sure that you are sharing this broadcast right now. I'm going to give you like 2 seconds to do that, because I know y'all are speed racers, and I know that you can share quickly. If you don't know how to share, create a watch party, share, tell these people, hey, come get this money with me so we can get money together, okay? All right. So that gives you guys the opportunity to upgrade with everybody. All right. So now that you guys should have shared already, I'm glad that you put shared in the comments. So if you shared it, go ahead and let me know that you've shared it. All right. Thank you, Lisa and Tammy. Yes. All right, I see some more people creating watch parties and sharing. All right, so while you guys are finishing that up, I want to go ahead and let you guys know that if you want this presentation because I know that I'm going to be moving very quickly to get this information, but I know that some of this stuff you're going to need this presentation for, right? So if you want the presentation, go ahead and text profits to 66866 and I will get you the presentation, okay? Thank you guys for sharing. Make sure that your friends are on here. Go ahead and text that profits while that phone's in your hand to 66866, okay? So while you guys are doing that, let me talk a little bit more to you. How many of you want to elevate and advance your life and your business to new levels in your relationships? All right, so type yes in the comments. If I offered you a way to immediately upgrade your life today, how many of you would take advantage of that offer? Just let me know, yes, in the comments, if you are ready to advance, elevate, and upgrade and would be willing and more than ready to take action and take opportunities that are given to you. All right, I see some people saying yes, a lot of people saying yes. All right. Now, let me be very transparent because if you know me, you know I'm transparent. During my time, I'm going to give you these tips and I'm going to give you these steps. And these steps and tips are going to be a start to you changing your mindset to make this money. But at the end of this conversation, I'm going to offer you just that opportunity to take a chance to take this a step further, right? You're going to get this conversation, but then you're going to get this opportunity to upgrade your business, your life, and your relationships. Now, we know that making money by ourselves means nothing unless we have some other people with us. And it doesn't matter as much money as we make. If your life is raggedy, it's going to be worthless, right? So if you're serious about these new levels in business and in life, and I've seen a lot of fours when I ask you, why are you here? If you're serious and you know you're supposed to be somewhere else better than where you are now, I'm going to give you that opportunity to take action today, right after we have this conversation, okay? So keep that in mind, all right? So good job. I see you guys sending text, but keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and get started with this information. Before we actually get started, we have to do one thing. And this is truly important because if you want to take steps, it doesn't matter if you do all of the steps that we talk about, nothing's going to really benefit you or nothing's going to actually hit for you if you don't take the authority that we have and we don't have to just sit and wonder what's going on, right? I need you to recognize and acknowledge that we are powerful human beings, all right? Sometimes we just don't realize it, or sometimes we can definitely forget. So right now, if you know that you are ready to acknowledge and recognize that, I want you to type in the comments, I am powerful. Hashtag I am powerful in the comments. And I know a lot of times I'm just sharing my little story. A lot of times I felt worthless. I didn't feel like I was a powerful person. But then when I really understood the authority that was given to me, I was like, you know what? I am powerful. And the moment that I took that notion to recognize and acknowledge that, everything changed for me. So if you don't know anything else through this whole situation, if you don't do anything else, I need you right now to recognize and acknowledge that you are a powerful human being. Because if you're not recognizing that and if you're not acknowledging that, you're not going to really take these steps seriously. You're really not going to even move beyond anything with even these steps because you're going to be stagnant at some place, okay? All right, I see some I am powerfuls. Good job, good job. Now, everybody, all you powerful humans, I'm so glad that I'm talking to the powerful humans. I want to ask you guys a question. I want to know if you guys have heard of this. When I was growing up, a lot of my teachers and people around me were quoting this mantra, right? Have y'all heard of this? You can be anything you want as long as you can dream it. All right. Everybody kept telling me that my whole life growing up. And I'm like, okay, this makes me feel good, right? I remember feeling so empowered, right? How did this make y'all feel? Because for me, I remember feeling so empowered and so excited about all the possibilities of the things that I could be, right? I remember wanting to be like anything. Like I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a firefighter. I don't even know why that was in my mind, but I just wanted a dog, I guess. I wanted to be a designer. I was going to, make my own house, be an architect. I was going to be a lawyer. I was going to be everything, right? But I started dreaming and making these plans and imagining these things. But just because of that mantra, I was dreaming with intentions, right? So that's how it made me feel. How did it make you guys feel to hear that mantra? Because I see you guys saying I'm not the only one that heard this mantra. So let's see how you guys felt. All right, I see some people were feeling, oh, this made them feel powerful as well. Let's see what else. I see some people in the watch party. All right, this made them feel inspired. See, we have all these different feelings. So it made them feel good. Everybody said that hearing that mantra made them feel awesome. All right. So what happened now? I'm 31 years old. And when I was coming upon 30, I was sitting here and I was analyzing my life because, 30 came up real quick. I swear I just turned around. I was 16. And I was just like, what happened? Why didn't I feel so great when I heard that anymore? What happened that changed my life? And I realized something. I realized that somewhere in there, some growing up phase, I realized that when I was younger, it made me feel empowered. I started to dream intentionally. But when I was older, somewhere in life, I stopped dreaming and I started doubting myself. Something was not right. Something did not add up during that part. And so I realized something had to change. I had to do something different because I wasn't going to make it through my life without dreaming. I knew I didn't want to work that 40 years to retire off of 40% and not be happy. I've seen so many of my parents do that. I've seen so many of my grandparents, my aunts, uncles, even cousins do that same thing. And I knew that was not anything that I wanted to do. All right. So for me, I decided, hey, I want to help people in business, but I never seen a lot of business people around me when I grew up. So I wanted to help some different people in business to actually make money growing up and be something that is worth having in a community, someone that was have excitement to say, hey, I grew up with them, or, I knew something about them, or I helped them. So I started advising people. Y'all, I've been advising business owners for more than 10 years. But I was like, I want to do something else. I don't want to just advise in the small capacity that I was doing. I wanted to help them be greater. I wanted to help them reach more people. I wanted to help them get more money in their business. So what I did was I decided that I would help people to increase their business without jeopardizing their personal lives and their relationships. So many people that I know, so many business owners and old clients, they would be great on the business side, but then losing their marriage. Be great on the business side, but their kids can't stand them. Be great on the business side, but they don't know how to make friends or build relationships or build partnerships. But they will be great business owners, be great leaders, but they don't know how to create a balance of it all. So I was like, okay, I'm going to help them do that. So I legit made a decision. I committed to it. And now I've worked with over 50 small business owners to elevate their business, reach their goals, balance their lives, obtain multiple contracts and partnerships worth over $75 million. So needless to say, I'm very much so qualified to help you guys do the same thing. All right. I did that in my life by just changing my mindset. And guess what? You can definitely do that too. All right. So again, how many people want to elevate and advance to new levels in business and life and relationships? If that's you, type me in the comments. All right, let's see. I see a lot of people typing me. All right. So I see that I have a lot of people who are ready to get this elevation and upgrade their life. So we're going to go ahead and jump into these steps. So today we're going to talk about the 6 steps to change your mindset and make this money, okay? So step 1, you have to understand what you desire and what you deserve. And if you was paying attention to one of the weeks, I can't even remember what day it was, but they talked about setting goals. This is kind of almost the same thing. You have to identify exactly what you want. You have to be very specific. You got to be it has to be quantifiable. So you have to be able to say, I want to do this much money. I want to meet this many people. I want to bring this many contracts. It needs to be a number, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to measure it. If you don't have a way to measure it, it's not going to mean anything to you. It has to be a realistic thought. You can't be like, oh, I want to make $100 billion in 3 seconds. I'm not going to say that the Lord can't do marvelous things, but is that realistic for you? And you have to have a desired date. If you keep saying, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight, but you don't have a date, then you're really not going to move forward. So identifying what you want exactly is something that is significant. But you also have to understand why you want it. Why is so important, because that's actually what drives your actions. So sometimes our why isn't strong enough. I remember being in a couple of network marketing businesses, and it just didn't mean anything to me. So my why was never strong enough. And I realized that's why I wasn't really pushing to make money. I wasn't really pushing to build a team, because my why wasn't strong enough. But sometimes our why is not even always legitimate. Sometimes we could say we want to do something because somebody else did it. That ain't legitimate. That's not legitimate at all. It's not about what somebody else is doing. Why do you want to do it? How is this going to empower your life? How is this going to change your life? That's where you need to focus on your why, not somebody else. Your why should not have anything to do with because somebody else such and such, unless it's because I've seen this happen in my family and I don't want that to happen to me. That's the most somebody else should be in your why. All right. So if you know that you understand what you desire and what you deserve, you start acting a little different, right? You started to shift from an I hope to an I will. And if you don't understand that, let me give you this example. I know that I see a lot of women on the timeline, right? I know that with that being said, us women, we know how to get what we want when we need it, right? So let's say, for example, that last time you may be on the phone with a cable company, they overcharged you, and you're talking to customer service. Customer service is telling you, hey, we're not going to be able to refund you your money. Maybe we'll give you, a credit on your account, but we're not going to refund you your money. So if you didn't understand what you desire or what you deserve, you may say, you know what? Okay, that's fine. All right. But if you know they done overcharged you like $300, you know that your desire going into this call was to get your money back, and you know that you deserved your money back because this was no fault of yours, you're going to speak a little different. Your authority is going to be a little changed. You're not going to, just take the first thing that they say. You're going to say a couple of words. You're going to ask to speak to the manager if they can't do it. Your whole tone of your voice is going to be different, right? And you may only be on the phone for like 5 minutes, but if you know what you desire, you know what you deserve, and you're at this I will mentality, everything's going to change. You're going to get off that phone after 5 minutes. You're going to have like a whole free year of ESPN. You might have 18 months of HBO, Star, Cinemax, all of those things. You may have a refund and some credits. You know that you're getting all of that because you knew what you desired and you knew what you deserved. That's the authority that shifts when you know these things. But you can't move in that authority until you actually acknowledge, until you identify, and you realize what it is you desire and what it is you deserve, right? All right. Yep. And Felicia, just like me, can I speak to your advisor, your supervisor, somebody, because someone's going to give me my money back. I can be just as polite, but your tone, just your whole everything is going to change when you do that, right? So in that cable scenario, you manifested what you desired and you manifested what you deserve just because of an attitude. That's why that's step number 1, right? So if you're ready to get to step number 2, go ahead and put 2 in the comments, right? I see somebody said they had to talk to Hulu this morning or today to get what they deserve. They desired that refund for an overcharge and they got it. See, look at that, right on time. I didn't even know you spoke to Hulu. All right. So I see you guys are ready to move on to step number 2. So let's do this. Step 2 is to understand sacrifice. When people say sacrifice, people look at it in a negative aspect. Let me tell y'all something. Nothing in life is free. Everything comes with an exchange. Most people think of sacrifice like, oh my gosh, I have to sacrifice this to get this. No, this is an exchange. I'm giving up something to get something that I want. And most of the time, what you're giving up, because you're willing to give it up, you value the other thing more. You need to start thinking as sacrifice. Instead of saying, I have to sacrifice, you need to start thinking, I get to sacrifice. All right. What do you get to put in to get what you desire? Because as we said earlier, nothing in life is free. So start thinking about sacrifice as exchange. So this is a time, let me ask you guys, what are you going to get to sacrifice in order to get what you desire? Give me a couple of things that you want to say, hey, I'm going to exchange this for this desire. What are you guys willing to exchange for your desires today? Let me look down and see. And if y'all see me looking down, I'm looking at the phone to get y'all's comments. All right, I see a lot of exchanges, okay? You're going to exchange time. All right, that's good. Like right now, all you guys are exchanging your time for this free virtual conference. A lot of people, like Taria was saying yesterday, a lot of people won't even show up because it's free and they feel like they don't have to invest anything. Guess what you're investing right now? Your time, your energy, your focus. Your focus on this so that you can get what you desire, which is more money. All right. And money is one of the big things that people look at when they think of sacrifice as negative. People don't think, I'm investing money. They say I'm giving up money. I have to sacrifice money. No, you're investing. If it's something that you're going to get in exchange for your desire, that's an investment. Investments come with profits. Investments come with something greater. Think of it like that. Change your mindset, y'all. All right. A lot of people are willing to sacrifice that time and money. Personal social time, that's a big one. That's a big one. I had to sacrifice that too. I had to be like, okay, I can't go out with y'all today because I know I got stuff to do. I'm trying to make this money. I'll be able to go out later on in life. All right. But don't get carried away now. Don't be up here in the crab. All right. So number 3, let's go ahead and move to step number 3. This is actually one of my favorite steps. Is step 3, become a stalker. Now, let me clear that up because Tharissa is not telling you to go out here and stalk no people. I don't want anybody to come back when you get arrested saying, oh, Tharissa told me. No, Tharissa didn't tell you that. Tharissa is not telling anyone to stalk people, but I am telling you to stalk your vision. All right. So I was watching a YouTube video a couple of days ago, and I was watching the lioness because, they're the ones that actually go out and get the food for everybody. And just watching the pack and how they actually hunt. They study their vision. They study what they want. They study the animals. They don't just run up on them and grab them or whatever. They take time. They study them. They stalk it. All right. And then they watch the habits. You're watching them watch the gazelle, and they're watching how slow they're doing this or how slow they're doing that. They're watching, oh, they're all hoarding in the group over here. On these days, they hoard over there. They're watching these habits, right? But they also have the patience because they're sitting there hungry, but they're not just attacking as soon as they see one. They're patiently watching for the right time, watching for them to turn their back just one good time, look to the left the wrong way one good time, just watching, right? and then they're preparing themselves in their minds. I don't speak lion language or whatever, but I'm sure in their minds they're creating a plan. And if you watch the videos, especially if they're hunting in packs, everybody has their own place. They've already prepared for this attack. Then they go after it. But you don't see them going after it before it's early. Sometimes they may go after it and they may not get what they want. Especially if you watch The Lion King, when they was trying and he kept scaring the things off before he got them. You know, he didn't have patience. He didn't have the patience to wait for the right time. But if you have patience, you wait for the right time, you prepare yourself in the time that you're stalking and watching these habits, you'll be able to jump in your vision and you will get what you want at the right time, the appointed time, right? So that's why I say we need to stalk our visions. All right. Yes, they are strategically hunting. Okay. So if you believe that you can stalk your vision, I want you to put in the comments, #stalkingvision now. Not stalking people, just stalking visions, okay? Let's see. All right, I see somebody already said they was stalking now anyways. All right, so you guys are on it. I knew I was talking to some powerful people. You guys are ready to stalk some visions, and you're already in habits and in the just the motion of stalking, right? So let's keep it moving. Let me see what time it is so I can make sure I get in the right time. All right, so after we stalk, remember, before we move on, I just got to make sure y'all remember, we are not stalking people. We are stalking visions. Your vision shouldn't even be a person necessarily anyways. It shouldn't be, stalking that man because you think that's your husband. That's not how this works, okay? Vision. If you're moving in the right place, your husband will come anyways. So step 4, focusing on serving. All right. So one of my favorite quotes says, whoever renders service to many puts himself in line for greatness, great wealth, great return, great satisfaction, great reputation, and great joy. And that's from Jim Rohn. I say this all the time. Service to many leads to greatness. All of that. It always proves that when you serve and you focus on serving, everything will come around for you. A lot of times when it comes to business, we focus on the wrong thing. We're focusing on money. We're focusing on numbers, but we're not focusing on how can I serve my clients. And sometimes that's what gets us to this place where we're not making the money that we know we should. And I know I'm not the only one. I'm not picking at y'all. I'm gonna just tell y'all my story, okay? I was in a couple of different businesses because I've been doing business since I was a child. Like, I'm a creative, so everything I can do, I was trying to make money off of it. And so I was just sitting there trying to make money off of every little thing. And what I realized is the more I focused on money, the less integrity I had in my business. The more I focused on money, the less great quality I was giving. I was just giving people anything because they was going to like it, but they was going to pay me, right? So I was just like, oh, I'm making this money. They're paying me, and I know that's not my best. I'm making this money, but, my integrity has decreased. That's fine. I'm still making this money, right? Well, eventually, I'm not going to continue to make that money because guess what? Your reputation will travel before you even get to talk to some people. And what was going on was people was saying, oh, she does a good job, but we know she can do better. I see the way she did this and she only did that for you. Things wasn't well. So I decided, after the Lord had to tell me some things and come for me, you know what? I would rather serve the people. I would rather focus on how I'm serving my clients instead of the money. Because when I started focusing on how I'm serving my clients, opportunities started opening up. Not just money flowing in, but opportunities opened up. Partnerships opened up. Just being in different elements and segments where I would never, ever be connected to some of these people. But now I'm able to connect with these people that are millionaires and billionaires when I would have never been able to sit in the same room as them. Those type of opportunities was opened up, right? People were telling people about me, just having conversations, just a small conversation, not even knowing what I'm doing, just because I focus on how can I serve these people, and not just taking that in business, but actually taking that in your life. Everybody you meet, how can I serve them? And that doesn't mean that you're able to serve every single body with your business, but you may serve them with a smile. You may serve them with a compliment. But when you start focusing on serving people, your whole life starts to change. I promise you that. But when it comes back to business, you need to remember business means providing a service to others. Even if you have a product, guess what? That's a service, because how you deliver it is part of your service. Service, serve. You must serve, okay? So if you're ready to go ahead and serve, I need you to put in the comments, I will serve. Because that's going to let me know that you guys are ready to serve, you're focusing on the right things, and you'll be able to take advantage of the rest of the steps that I have for you. Let me see. Oh, yes, Jesus will give you a come to Jesus moment. He'll let you know, daughter, you're not doing what I want you to do. You're not doing it. And he'll shut you down. He will humble you. All right. So I see some people ready to serve. All right. So go ahead. Let's go to step number 5. We're moving right along, right along. Yeah, I'm enjoying this conversation with y'all. Okay. Number 5, upgrade your surroundings. Now, this is not a new concept, but it has to be stressed, because you can do step 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then keep these toxic surroundings, and it will undo everything that you've done. It will make you forget that you're serving your people. It will make you forget to stalk your vision. It will make you forget that you are a powerful person, and it will bring you down. Upgrade your surroundings. And when I say surroundings, I know a lot of people think about people. No, we're not talking about just people. Upgrade your home. What are you looking at in your home? What's on your walls? What's on your TV? What type of environment are you in? I remember talking to a family member, and she was like, I'm always depressed. I'm like, oh, well, what's going on? So then I started FaceTiming her. She got the windows closed. She got the curtains that block out the sun. She has no sunlight coming in. Curtains blocked off. It's dark in the room all day. The floor look a mess. Stuff all over the house. Of course you feeling depressed. I'll be depressed too if I have to look at a room like that all day, every day. This is the most important part, especially right now where we're in this place where we got to sit at the house. Upgrade your surroundings. Let that sunlight in. Let yourself feel like you outside. Get some sunlight in there. Don't sit there closed up. Put some stuff on your walls. Hang some affirmations up, right? Eat healthy. Start thinking about how you're eating, because this body, this is the only one you have. Start thinking about what you're putting into your body, your spiritual habits, your money habits. That's a big one. That was a big one for me. What type of habits am I bringing into my life because of my surroundings? When I'm always hanging around people that just want to spend on stuff that's unnecessary. That's part of my surroundings. Make sure all of this, everything is connected. What's going on at your job? Your friends. How many people calling you to vent and complain? Cut them off. Cut them off. You don't need to be a listening ear to everybody. You have to, and one of the most things that I keep hearing right now is put on your own oxygen mask. Put it on, because you're trying to help everybody else, and now you over here drowning in sorrow, and you can't figure out what's going on. You depressed, and it ain't even your issues. Put on your own oxygen mask. Cut them off. Let them know, hey, I can't talk to you. Not today. I just don't have the energy to talk to you today. All right? Upgrade. Now, when I say cut them off, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to cut them off forever. Because sometimes cutting someone off means just for a point in time. I had to cut off a family member of mine, and just for a point in time, a couple years. We talked every now and then, happy holidays and things like that. But for that point in time where she was in, I had to cut her off. And it was the best thing that could have happened to me and for her. She was able to upgrade her own life because I cut her off. She was so used to coming to me with her issues and complaining to me that she wasn't going to God. And let me tell y'all something. The Lord had to tell me, you are not her savior. That's why you stress, because you're not built to handle this. You are not her savior. You are not Jesus. Cut them off. So I was like, yes, Lord. Again, a Jesus humbling moment. And give yourself grace. Y'all, take it one step at a time. Just one step at a time. So many times we try to shift our lives so abruptly, saying, like, for example, I'm going to lose weight. I'm just going to cut all the food out. I ain't going to eat no sweets. That works for some people, but let me tell you, that didn't work for me. I couldn't cut off all the sweets because I'm out here feeling like a fiend, needing something. I had to cut them off one at a time. A little bit here, a little bit there, change a little bit there, substitute a little bit here. And next thing I know, my whole diet has changed. Next thing I know, the way I interact with people has changed. That's what I mean by one step at a time. And give yourself grace, because this is a learning moment. This is a building moment. You're going to fail sometimes. You're going to fall sometimes, but give yourself grace. If God is going to forgive you, you forgive yourself too. You are not Jesus. He doesn't expect you to be perfect, but you have to take the steps and make the moves to actually change one step at a time. When it comes to upgrading your surroundings, y'all, try to mix up the people. I know they say, birds of a feather flock together and all that stuff, but everybody don't have to be exactly like you. You can be like-minded at the core and still be different. Now I talk to all type of people. I'm interested in hearing what people have to say. I'm interested in hearing how people live, how they operate their business, because guess what? That's a whole nother network that I would have never been involved in, a whole nother thought process that I would have never thought about. Sometimes you're stagnant because you're surrounding yourself with the same type of people who are just like you. They think exactly how you think about and everything. You can't switch up your mind and elevate because you're so stuck with the same people around you. Mix it up a little bit. Talk to somebody else. If I would have never mixed up my whole business, I would have never been able to find the people that I found now. At one point, I was like, oh, I want to be a speaker. I'm just going to talk to everybody that's speakers. If you ain't a speaker, I don't want to talk to you. Well, guess what? I was never able to find the social media rep. I was never able to find the business advisor that knew how to market when I was bad at it. I had to mix it up. But we still like-minded at the core. We all still have a same goal of improving and helping others. All right. So let's see what you guys are saying in the comments, because I was about to preach to you. I had to stop myself. All right. Yes, the cutoff game is real, especially now. My whole cutoff game, if you can't help me and if I can't help you and you're not adding to my life in a positive manner, I don't have time. And I don't have to be mean about it. You don't have to be a butthole about it. You can be nice about it. And let me tell y'all something. This is going to be my last little soapbox right here. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't owe nobody any explanations. If you want to just cut somebody off and you don't want to explain, hey, you're toxic in my life, don't do it. The Lord will handle it. Just do what you're supposed to do. You don't have to explain yourself to every single body. Now, if you feel the need to explain, okay, but sometimes you trying to explain yourself, a lot of times we try to explain ourselves because we're trying to get an apology or we're trying to get them to say something and then they don't do it and then they make us mad again. Just foolishness. If you need to cut them off because they done pissed you off or they done did something, they done showed their true colors, you don't have to explain it because you may not get that apology. And just because you ain't get an apology doesn't mean you can't forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive them, and keep it moving. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off of that because I could talk about that all day. But we're gonna go to step 6. All right. Yes. Okay. Step 6. Fire fear. Now, you guys, this is my ultimate favorite one to talk about because a lot of times as business owners or as people, period, powerful, awesome people, we don't even realize that fear plays a part. I know that especially now, everybody want to be like, fear is not a real thing. Fear is not a real thing. I get it. I get it. Ultimately, it's not a real thing. But guess what? Fear is legitimate and it's the reality when you are feeling it. I don't care what somebody else say. If my feelings are fearful, guess what? It's real to me. It may not be real to you, but that fear voice is loud to me. And the voice of fear can be louder than anything. A lot of times it can be louder than your own voice. Sometimes it's louder than God's voice and you sitting over here wondering what's going on, right? But it's time to fire fear. We got to start looking at our lives, our relationships, our businesses as businesses. Start operating that way. Think of it as fear trying to take your place. You're supposed to be the CEO of your company. Well, you know, God is CEO, but you're supposed to be the CEO of your company, right? But fear has decided it wants to take that position and you ain't even fight for it. You just allow fear in there and now he's CEO of the company, your life, your mind, all your relationships. And guess what? Just like CEOs and executive positions, fear brings a team. If they say, you know what, we work well with this people or these groups of people, so I'm bringing them, they bring them. Fear brings in doubt. It brings in insecurities and procrastination. And those are just three of the top team members that fear brings. He brings in a lot more. But those right there, those three are the three that will determine that if you look at yourself or your situation and you see those three, then fear is behind it somewhere. Even if it's like you can't even get to a reason why you're fearful, fear is behind it. If you're thinking of doing something and doubt is there and there's no good reason for why doubt is there, insecurity is there, procrastination is there, and you know that you're doing good and you know you're supposed to do it, fear is somewhere else. So sometimes we're allowing fear to run our lives and we don't realize it. But guess what? Like we said, nothing is free. So fear is costing you some stuff too, right? So I'm going to just tell y'all my story. I know I keep telling y'all my story because I don't want y'all to think I'm attacking y'all. So I can tell you the way things have been in my life because I know that you're going to feel this, right? So for so long, I was like, I want to speak, but I'm so scared to speak in front of a crowd, y'all. I'm so nervous. I'm such a shy person. When people meet me there, I tell them I'm shy. They're like, you're lying. But I'm a shy person. I get so nervous. And fear was like, no, girl, you're going to mess up. What if you drop your phone? What if you fall in them heels on the stage? Because you know you're trying to look cute. What if you fall in them heels? What if you fall on the way to the stage? What if? And I'm being transparent. I allowed it to take away years of me not living in where I was supposed to be. Lo and behold, I failed one time. Well, I didn't say I fall. I tripped one time. Tried to be cute in my little heels and I tripped. But guess what? I laughed about it. And afterwards, it wasn't that bad. I actually put it as part of my speech. Fear had no more control because it had already happened. Then I had to sit and realize, like, what else am I allowing fear to take away from me? It wasn't even that bad. Sometimes fear will make things seem so much worse than what it is. And that's exactly what happened. It wasn't that bad. Everybody trips sometimes, and especially if you laugh at it, ain't nobody tripping over it, right? It was just such a hard time for me, but I allowed fear to do it. Let's not allow fear to take control anymore. Let it go. We cannot keep allowing fear to have a hold over our lives, to have a hold over our minds, and to have a hold over our relationships. You can't allow fear to be CEO of your company. It's time to give fear the pink slip. And it can be very difficult to do. It can be the most, let me think the word I'm trying to say, the most misunderstood point when it's time to fire fear. It may be that you feel that if I do this, then something else is going to happen. Or somebody has been speaking into your life saying that this is not what you're supposed to be doing. And you have this feeling like, I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Guess what? It's fear. And sometimes fear can go back to, like I said, your surroundings. But like I said, y'all, It's hard to fire fear when you don't know the steps to take to do that. You don't know how to give fear the pink slip, or you don't know how to actually replace fear after you fire them. For that reason, because it cost me so much, I decided to create something to help everybody else. I decided that, talking to so many people, I'm realizing that fear was paralyzing them. Fear was causing them to stay stagnant. And some of them, y'all, sometimes they didn't even realize that it was fear. They were making excuses, and their excuses, y'all, I mean, they was making some good excuses. They were sounding real good. Like, I can understand why you feel that way. You're still wrong, but I can understand why you feel that way. And it was fear. So fear cost me a whole lot. And looking at y'all's conversations and y'all's comments, fear has cost y'all a lot too. All right. So now that fear has cost us some things, I see a lot of people that's ready to fire fear. Because what I'm looking at is people who have already said that some of y'all have already taken steps 1 through 5, even steps 1 through 6. Some of y'all have done different points of the steps. You're ready to get deeper into it to actually execute them effectively. Some of y'all are just ready to fire fear, like right now today. I get it, especially hearing and thinking about what fear has cost y'all. Well, guess what? Remember at the beginning, I said how many of y'all want to elevate your life? How many of you want to advance to a new level in life, in those relationships? Well, guess what? Here is the opportunity for you guys to take full advantage of this, what I'm going to provide to you. All right. Now, I see in the comments that fear has cost people lives, years of procrastination, years of money, years of clients, years of promotion. Fear has to be fired. And so I'm going to offer this life-changing opportunity for you. Now, I gave you guys 6 steps. 6 steps. Well, that's not 6. This is my talk. 6 steps to change your mindset to make this money. But like I said, that last step can make or break your success. You can literally do every single step I taught you today. But if you don't fire fear, you will be stagnant. You will get a little bit ahead and stop. And that's how it will be. You'll go 3 steps forward, 5 steps back. I created a master course to really be victorious for you and make sure that you effectively fire fear and make it stick. All right. It's called the Fire Fear 2.0 Master Course for business owners. Now, if you are a business owner now, if you're planning on being a business owner, especially if you plan on being a business owner, you haven't started yet, make sure you get in this master course. All right. In this master course, you will discover how fear has compromised your vision and stolen your business success. Now, I know a lot of you guys may already have ideas on the surface. We're going to get deep down into it because sometimes you don't even realize that fear did something because you're making an excuse for it. You've already given it away to something else. Nah, fear did that. You're going to discover that, right? We're going to finally give fear the pink slip and kick it to the curb once and for all. You're going to take the steps necessary to replace fear immediately. I'm not all about giving you guys information. This is action here. If you're not taking action right now and I don't hold you accountable to it, you're not going to do it when you leave the course. So right now in this course, if you go ahead and take it, you're going to start taking steps immediately to fire fear. And then you're going to learn how to be consistent and transform your life for good with the steps to take beyond the classroom. I can't be with you every day of your life, but I'm going to give you steps and tools to actually make sure that your action that you took in class is actually consistent and it sticks this time. A lot of times we do something and while we in there, we all hype and high and stuff. And then outside of it, we don't know what to do. We're not going to do that this time. Okay. Now, results matter. I know y'all want to hear these results. I'm just going to give you 3. Okay. So Rhonda has said that Theresa helped me step out of my comfort zone and encouraged me to go places I've never been. I'm so thankful I had the opportunity to work with Theresa. This young lady, when I started with her, she was at the very beginning of her business doing clothes for tall people. She was, she knew that she wanted to do it because it was a issue that she was having. Y'all, this young lady right now has been in fashion shows in New York. She has been, she's had huge companies reach out to her from across the nation. She's from North Carolina, companies from California reach out to her to get her line in their stores. This is a big deal, just from information that I've given her. Yo, Josh said he went from training people in parking lots, grass areas, and parks to having his own location. And Theresa helped me take my vision and make it into a reality. You can only do that if you fire fear. This young man has more than just a location now. He has consistent clients. This is something that we all want. I'm telling you, this masterclass can help you. Adrian said, my session was very informative and motivating. Sorry, y'all. I've already gotten to work and improved my business with the things I've learned during my session. Y'all, it's not a game. It's time to act. You guys said you're ready. It's time to act. So in this master course, you need to enroll now if you know you should be more profitable in business and in life. You know you should be in a better position. You're tired of allowing fear to drive your actions or steal your success, steal your money, steal your life, your relationships, everything that you have. You're ready to finally take action necessary to change your circumstances, and you know you deserve this opportunity to change your life forever. If you are in any of those, one of the four or all of the four, you need to enroll. So you're asking me, how do you enroll? Let me tell y'all. This master course is actually usually $899. But I'm going to offer it to y'all because y'all been rocking with me the whole time during this Virtual Profits Conference for the price of $49.99, but only for registered attendees. Now, what does registered attendees mean? That means that you went to the virtualprofitsconference.com and registered, and you're actually in the Virtual Profits Conference group, Facebook group. You have to be in both of them because I have to hold you accountable, right? If you get in this master course, I'm going to give you some steps and tips, and we're going to do some things. You're going to have to follow instructions. We're starting that right now. Register, get in the master group. Not the master group, y'all, the Facebook group. Follow instructions, right? A lot of times we don't make it to where we need to be because we're not following instructions. We're trying to take this shortcut. It doesn't work, all right? But this $49.99 price, it only lasts until May 7th because that's the end of the Virtual Profits Conference. All right. So at 11:59 p.m. on May 7th, it will end. All right. But for today, because like I said, y'all been rocking with me the whole time. If you are ready right now, I'm going to offer you a right now deal. If you enroll within the next 24 hours, you get not only the Fire Fear course, but you also get an additional $20 off. Y'all, that's a big deal. $899 worth of valuable material you're going to get for $29.99. That's amazing, right? But that's not all. If you enroll within the next 24 hours, you're going to get one-on-one sessions during the master course to discuss the specific challenges and create additional personalized strategies. I know a lot of times we take these courses and we get information, but we don't know how to implement it in our own personal life. Well, guess what? I'm going to talk to you directly to get you the information and how to implement it with your specific challenge and your specific need, okay? But only if you enroll within the next 24 hours. And I got some surprise goodies. I don't want to tell y'all, but once you're enrolled, I will send it to you, right? But okay, you got to use promo code PROFITS in the checkout. All right, but that's for the next 24 hours right now deal. All right, this is the last time this master course will be offered at this price. I promise you that. So you need to take advantage now. So how do you enroll? You're going to go to www.firefear2.com to enroll now. All right. So I see you guys are ready. Get on this right now deal, okay? And I wanted to give the opportunity out for the replay viewers. You got some friends that you know need to be in this class. You need to send this video straight to them. Share it straight to their messenger. Say, girl, man, you need to enroll right now. She got this 24-hour right now deal. You're not going to get it for this again, okay? So, y'all, don't let everybody around you enroll and they upgrade and then you looking around like, dang, I should have took the opportunity. Nope, don't miss it, because I promise you, y'all, it's not going to be like this for too much long. Okay? Make a decision, commit to it, and keep it moving. Guys, it has been a privilege and a pleasure to talk to you guys. Let me see what time it is. Oh, yeah, I went over my time. I'm sorry, y'all. So, because I went over, I'm going to tell y'all this. If you have some questions in the comments, and when I go back through after we get off the live video, I'm going to go back and I'm going to answer you guys personally, okay? If you have questions, go ahead and put them in the comments, and I'll answer you guys personally, okay? Let me see. So if you guys are ready, go ahead and get gone over there to firefear2.com. Thank you guys for allowing me to talk to you guys and being able to have this phenomenal conversation. You guys are amazing. I am so glad I was able to talk to some powerful people. Y'all, I want y'all to make sure that you have a good night. I cannot wait to work with y'all in the Fire Fear 2 Master Course for business owners and expected business owners, anybody that's in business. I mean, even if you ain't in business, you need this anyways, but this is going to be geared towards business owners. This has been amazing. Again, I am Theresa, and remember, you make your day how you want it to be, so choose to make it phenomenal. Y'all have a good night. Thank y'all.
Wow, that was so awesome. Thank you, Theresa. That was amazing. You did your thing. Well, look, this is the deal. I know a lot of people are ready to get started. Y'all saw the details, guys. Firefear2.com and use the discount code PROPHETS. But another thing we're going to make sure for everyone who is already registered, I don't know if y'all know this, but Theresa was actually supposed to have been speaking at our conference that was going to be on the 18th, okay? However, don't worry. I'm going to make sure that she has every single one of the registered guests' email and phone number. So she's going to also email you all tonight this link, as well as all the additional details that you guys need to gain access to all registered guests. You know, to register, you just need to go to the Virtual Prophets Conference. You already know, she said one of the requirements to be able to get it for that ridiculous, amazing price, investment. I don't like to say price. I like to say investment, because you're investing into yourself. But for that ridiculous, amazing investment, you still need to be registered. So make sure you're registered, because by the time we are done, within the next 5 minutes, she's going to have the entire list and be able to send you guys the details on what you need to do to get started. But if you already know you're ready to roll, just go on over there to Fire Fear 2 and then go ahead and put in the discount code PROPHETS. You know how I get down with the get down. I'm going to make sure that anybody we bring before you is official with the real deal. And fear, I know so many people that allow fear to truly hold themselves handicapped, to truly keep them from their greatness. And I think there is nothing better than having someone to hold you accountable to get these things done. Okay, a lot of us always want to know, well, how do I do this step and how do I do that step? But sometimes first thing we got to work on is what goes on between these two things right here, which are our ears, right? So thank you again so much, Theresa. Thank you to everybody who is here. Guys, what you need to do is we're going to go over to the Facebook group right now to do our giveaway, okay? But I have a special announcement so that you don't want to miss. So make sure that you go over to the Facebook group right now to get this announcement, so you don't want to miss that, okay? Go to the Facebook group right now, and we're going to see you there in about, look, what is it, 7:18? That's 8:18 Eastern. In about 2 minutes, we're going to go live in the Prophets Conference Facebook group. Congratulations to everybody who got started. I'm so excited to have you here, and I'll see you in the group. Bye for now. Deuces.